What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about spiritual warfare. I'm also gonna talk about just hitting rock bottom and generational curses and all this other crazy shit, man. So let's get to it. So like, and lately, like I don't know, like I understand, like because it's weird, because my whole life I've dealt with so much attacks from people. Like when I growing up, I came from like abusive family members. Like they'll lay their hands on me, they'll cuss me out verbally, mentally, and like I'll cut them off, right? And then, but then like I don't know. So I feel like there's a correlation between spiritual warfare and evolving someone's like life path. Because I feel like there's certain people when I don't mean an egotistical way, or I feel like everyone experiences this. Basically, it's gonna be a short video. I just gotta get this shit off my mind because this shit's really bothering me, bro. Like I feel like there's been a lot of spiritual warfare I feel like that I've been experiencing when it comes to like narcissistic attacks from like family members, from other people and shit. And don't get me wrong, like I know how to make friends. I made friends. Like it's easy as fuck. But like it was more so the reason why I can't maintain them is because I always gotta cut these people off. I'm not bragging about that shit. Like this shit is a real thing. So I don't know, man. And it's just crazy how like I'm never around like-minded people, or like I'm always in a position where like I'm always my finances always hitting rock bottom through like people like stealing my money, scamming me, and these people were close to me too. So like even I had like family members, they threw away all my clothes, over like $5,000 worth of clothes. So just looking back, because like all the things I've experienced, this shit is not normal. Like I'm telling you guys, like there's a lot of things I've experienced that it's hard for me to explain, because it's a lot to explain, but it's also very triggering. And through the things other people have done, is like the type of shit these people would do is like the devil. Is like they're working through the devil. You know what I'm saying? So I personally do feel like the devil does work through certain people to attack you. There's a saying that the devil uses the people closest to you to attack you and shit. And this shit's right. So I feel like there are certain people who experience a lot of spiritual warfare. So I don't know, man. It's a lot to explain, but it's just like this should really be like it'll be keeping me up at night sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I be thinking, man, like damn, bro, like I just really want revenge on these people, man. I mean, and I have confronted these people, I've cussed people out, I fought back physically, verbally, and shit like that. But it gets to the point where like sometimes enough is enough, right? I've dealt with so much just bullshit and disrespect from people, man. Like they're just so like they're so manipulative, and they're able to get away with just how they're like treating me. There are times where I'll call the police on my family members. Like they wouldn't believe my side of the story. So it's insane. Or either that, or like they wouldn't care. And then I also dealt with like coworkers, certain fresher groups who were like, nah. So like it's insane. So I feel like the devil does work through certain people to attack you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm starting anything too. Like I'm the type of person where like I'm my own business and I try to do the best I can. That's why it's easy for me to build connections and have empathy and shit. But I still get attacked. So it's spiritual warfare, man. So this is why, like, even though I do struggle with this, like I still want revenge, and I still get pissed off over what people have done to me as I'm trying to do the healing work. Sometimes like this why I don't take life personally, because knowing you could do so well, you get to the right direction, but you will always be spiritually attacked by the fucking devil. And not only that, but there's a lot of money restrictions and world corruption. So like the system is built on a false fucking system that's not stable. This is why when it comes to the money system, it's a huge imbalance. You know what I'm saying? Like, so not only we live in a corrupt world, but then we got spiritual warfare as well. So people are literally experiencing life being spiritually attacked. And not only that, like we're also like money corruption and money restrictions. So it's a crazy ass, like the human experience. It's insane, the amount of spiritual warfare and enslavement that takes place. the human experience is very limited. It has a lot of potential, but at the same time, it's very limited based on the timeline we're living in. This is why people call this a devil's playground and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or the spiritual community, people call this shit hell. You know, but I don't know, man. Like I just be thinking, like, at the past behaviors and the things these, like, certain friendship groups, certain coworkers and family members would do to me, and like and how they would cause pain and inflict harm onto me, and how they're able to get away with it. And I never see these people get their karma. The only time I'll hear them get their karma is when I book a tarot reading, you know. And that's how I know. Like I'll probably make this in the future on details and the things I've experienced, but just know that like they're able to get away with the things they've done, and it's like this shit's not normal. The only thing, like the type of things these people would do, and how they're able to get away with it. That's some devil ass shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like just coincidence or a human type of shit. It's like it's some spiritual. There's a lot of spiritual intervention. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just crazy. Like the amount of like I'm telling you, like I can see through my life, and I know, like it's being controlled, not in a good way, not in a bad way, but like I can see, you know what I'm saying? So me, I've experienced a lot of, I want to say isolation necessarily, because obviously I put myself out there in the military. I worked at a lot of jobs, so I'm always around people and shit. But like I'm never around the right types of people for me. If anything, I'm always around enemies or just people I just don't feel connected to. The only times I feel connected to people is when I'm online, when I'm meeting like-minded people. But that's probably on like 4 people. But I don't know. It's insane. But it's weird though, because I have a feeling that like later in life, I will be successful. Like I will be able to overcome it. It's my intuition, and I will meet like-minded people. But it's just in this stage of my life, I'm kind of meant to experience a lot of bullshit and a lot of like pain, and karma. So I don't know if it's like past life karma I'm dealing with. I got to overcome. This is why like my nervous system is so fucked up, or like I'm always in some type of pain, like mentally, or like physically even. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like in this life, like I've experienced a lot of spiritual shit that I really need to talk about in this channel. But it is late at night. I gotta get some rest. But it's just insane. Like like I'm not saying I'm right or my mind says it's right, but there is a reason why I view life the way how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm drawn to certain channels. You know, but all I'm saying is don't take life personal, because there's a whole spiritual side to it, and just know that like just stay focused, and even though things may not happen the way you wanted to see it, when it could be through anything, through justice, through karma, through your success, through your habits, it could be anything, through the outcomes you want. It may not look a certain way in the surface, but just know that there's a lot of shit that's being done behind the scenes when it comes to, there's a lot of things being done from a spiritual perspective. So that's all I gotta say, man. When you're navigating through life, always use your intuition, because what you see through your physical eyesight doesn't add up with your intuition. So keep that in mind, and just know that there's a spiritual side to everything. So like, comment, subscribe, have a good one. Peace.